Hey guys, 3D Wrecker here and welcome back to my backyard. So this video we're going to make a mild steel knife, bare minimum, using only a file. Only a file and a clamp. Okay, so what you want for this is a little file, just any file. I'm only going to be using this little Kendo file here that I got for, I think it was $10 with another couple of files around one of it. Oh well, doesn't matter. And a clamp. It can be a G-clamp like this. I made this back in year 9. This was like the second thing I've ever made out of metal. So anyways, can be any clamp, can be a G-clamp like this, or an F-clamp, or I don't know, something to just clamp it onto a hard surface like this. Alright, so as for material, we'll be using this mild steel piece of 25 by 3mm by I don't know how long. Anyways, it's flat bar, mild steel. You can pick some of this stuff up at Bunnings for like $8 a metre. So it's pretty cheap stuff, and well, it's steel. It's iron pretty much. Anyways, this video is basically just to prove that you can make a knife out of just literally any form of iron material and a file. Not out of the file, using the file. And a clamp, of course. But anyways, let's get to it. Right, so first order of business when you start making it, you want to isolate the blade material from the handle material, which is why I went and grabbed this pen. So you can just hold the bar like this and then just run a little line across or something like that. And yeah, that's basically isolated, and then you can just draw a better line like so. I think that's about what my hand was. Yep, that's plenty of handle material. And then just draw in your little blade shape, I guess. Now, if I were you, I would be drawing a blade that doesn't take very long to cut out, I guess, with the file. It doesn't take too much stock removal. I drew something like that just here. And then you can also draw in like little finger grooves like that if you wanted, but I'll probably just leave it at 1 and then clean up the edges and so forth. Anyways, we'll just see where this goes. Alright, now since I clamped it in off camera, yeah, when it's clamped, now you can well, start filing for the next century of your life, which I will start. Just move this over a bit so you guys can see that a bit better. I'll probably zoom in or something as well. Now there's one thing to note, if you're doing this on a like tabletop or something inside your house, make sure you put a mat down, because this will leave filings everywhere. But since I'm just out here, it doesn't really matter unless you've got like little pets or something around that might find them. Yeah, you can also like cut these bits off so it's less filing for you, but I'm just doing this with a file just to prove that it's actually possible. You can make a knife using only a clamp, a hard surface, your material, and a file. So, there we go. So there's the first bit done. Now I'm on to taking off that bit and cleaning up around here. So I just wanted to show you how well this is actually coming along. Currently I think I'm about like pretty close to an hour now. Maybe an hour and I think about an hour, maybe an hour and 10 into filing this out. And as you can see, pretty pretty good. Yes, one more thing to note is don't have your piece locked in like this, like me right now. If you're going to do this at home, you should get this thing and have it clamped as close to where you're filing as possible. Now, if you're wondering why I've got a toothbrush here, so I can clean my file, you know? Not because I'm cleaning my teeth, and you don't really want to be cleaning your teeth with that, I don't think. Alright, little update. Just ground in this Spanish notch right there. Using that thing, like the corner bits. Just went around like a little radius, kind of like in this motion. Something like that. Anyways, that's kind of hard to do. And now I'm going to move on to making the bevels. That was tiring just to even do that little bit there. Halfway through, this bevel's pretty on the way to being done. Nearly there. It's currently almost 3:40, and I started about 2 hours ago actually, so that's pretty decent progress if I do say so myself. Alrighty, I'm going to call that this side done. Now on to the other side. Yay. Alright, so this is the second bevel, about halfway done. Getting a little bit dark now, so I might stop at some stage, go get some dinner, and then maybe continue it tomorrow. But yeah, she's going pretty well. Alrighty, so there's the knife so far. Can pretty nearly use it actually. Yeah, I might see if I can't smash this little groove here out, the finger groove, before I have to go in and eat. But yeah, she's coming up pretty well. I just did a big dumb, so I just hacked a lot of this out, but then I also just made that big old nick in the blade right there in the edge. So actually I got a few of them. That's going to be fun to get out. Oh well. Hey guys, I'm back for day 2. So I decided to use my F clamp instead of my G clamp. That doesn't really matter, it's just this thing's actually more well made than my G clamp. So we'll be using that from now on. I've also decided that I'm going to take off this little clip point and bring it back about halfway down the blade, because that right now it just looks absolutely hideous. Alright guys, so I just took off that little drop point, moved it back and made it a bit round. Now I'm just in the process of sharpening it. I don't know if you can see the edge on it. That's just with a file. So we'll see how this side turns out. Alright guys, she's all done. This little thing is all done. Although you could sand it if you had sandpaper, but this video is just to prove that you can actually make a knife out of mild steel with only a file and a clamp. Maybe a file cleaner. But yeah, I'll go find some cardboard, because this thing's certainly not going to cut paper very well. I'll try it anyway though. Alright, I'm back guys. Trying a new camera angle now. So this is cardboard. This is the knife. Cuts cardboard decently. Or more like tears it, but this one's a pretty alright cut. Where's the camera? There you are. So it cut that alright. decently. Obviously, since it's mild steel, it's not going to hold an edge very well. But oh well. It is a knife, it is a tool. Do not stab people with this or I will find you. Speaking of stabbing, let's do a stab test. Didn't really get through. That's where it tried to come through. No. Alright, so she doesn't really like to stab, but then again, I don't know. Tip isn't exactly completely sharp, is it? Alright, so it cuts cardboard decently well. Let's see how well it does against paper. Seems a bit dull, don't you think? Oh, there we go. If you put pressure on the paper, it cuts it. Like, I don't know how I can show this for the camera, but I can probably just stab it in about here and then just drag it. Also rips it, but yeah. Yeah, that rips it a lot more than it cuts it. Now if you push the knife through like that, it cuts decently actually. And the tip can cut pretty well actually. I just did that. So, anyways, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you will. That would help me very, very much. And I hope to see you in my upcoming videos. Have a nice day.